Okay, the AEW pay-per-view was horrible on so many levels. There was violence that didn't make sense. It wasn't the payoff of storylines. It was just crazy, sickening violence that didn't even make sense. It wasn't like it was building towards something or the end of something. And then there's just nothing about this that makes any sense. For one, you have a half-a-billion-year-old Sting returning and helping Darby Allin after his head got put into a fish tank. Let's talk about the fish tank thing. They introduced this fish tank and they filled it up full of water, and Moxley proceeds to put Darby Allin's head in the water for what seems like 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. These are athletes. They're pro wrestlers. One has climbed the highest mountain and put an AEW flag on top of the mountain. They've made that public. So he's in great physical shape. He can hold his breath for 20 seconds, and everyone knows that. He put his head in the tank. He comes out of the tank. He's gasping for breath like he's been in there for 5 minutes. It's just most ridiculous and atrocious stuff. If I'm trying to introduce wrestling to my girlfriend, and I'm trying to say, hey, you should watch this because it's entertainment. I know you know it's scripted, but this is entertainment. It's not the problem that it's scripted. It's that this right here is so horribly done. It comes across, because wrestling is acting. It's acting. And when it's done right, it's great. It's a great form of entertainment. But this was bad acting. It just didn't come across. The script was very bad. You take a man, you put him in the fish tank for 5 seconds, he comes up and he acts like he's dying. That's the script. That's the script, and the script is horrible. It's atrociously bad, and I can't introduce this kind of product to someone. In comparison, I look at TNA Wrestling, and I see a storyline about a man who went through drug rehab, Mike Santana. Mike Santana overcame his problems with drugs. He wanted to take the title to his daughter. He failed at Slammiversary, but succeeded at Bound for Glory. It's inspiring. It's a good storyline. It makes sense. And I'm with Eric Bischoff when he says TNA will surpass AEW as being the number 2 wrestling promotion. I think that's definitely going to happen when they land their major television deal. And for good reason, because AEW sucks. It makes no sense. It's horrible. What I see, Sting is 1 billion years old, and no one wants. Sting was a great talent when he was in TNA, and he was taking thumbtack bumps, and he was doing incredible stuff at his age. But now it's just ridiculous. He looks like an old man with face paint on, and it's just atrociously bad. A man gets his head put in a fish tank for 5 seconds and acts like he's dying. It makes no sense. It's atrociously bad. And then the Samoan Joe turning heel after the match. Why didn't he turn heel before the match was over and win the title when he turned heel? Wouldn't that have made... Nothing about this makes any freaking sense. So, I endorse and support TNA Wrestling. I can't support AEW. I think it's atrociously bad. That's just some of my thoughts. I'm Kent Jones, and I'm signing off. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.